Cheers and good on you, boys and girls. Thanks for tuning into the show. I wasn't going to start the show like this, but it lended itself to me. I was behind a car just a few minutes ago, in fact, right before I got back home and started to record. And this car, it had a license plate frame around it, and the frame said, I stop for frogs. And they had multiple frog stickers and pictures of frogs and bumper stickers, frogs this, frogs that, I heart frogs. And I thought there's got to be a story here. Now, I didn't get to speak to the person, but I thought it'd be interesting. Now, the simple story could be, I love frogs. That's it. But if you were to ask them, what is it with frogs? Now, and I'm not even saying that to make fun of it. I think every single person should have at least one passion, one thing they're really sincerely interested in. Because listen, when you have passion and you're passionate about something, you instantly become interesting. When people who are not interesting, they know nothing about nothing. They know nothing, and they're okay with knowing nothing. So I really think it's important to have something that you're passionate about, something that you can get behind, something that you can learn a lot about, and someone talks to you about it. I mean, think about it. If you're at a party and you're like, I know so-and-so about this. Now, yes, it probably would be better to pick a subject, a topic, something that would be interesting to others. But sometimes, I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me on this. Have you ever, come across, a documentary, and it's something that you're not interested in at all, but you're sucked in after 3 to 5 minutes, and you can't turn it off, and you want to see how it plays out, how it ends, what's going on with this story, with this documentary, how it plays out, because you're interested in it. There's something passionate about information, especially if it's done right, and especially if you're passionate about it, because passion is very addictive. If you're passionate about something, all of a sudden someone else kind of gets interested in it. So I always say, this isn't the topic of the show, today's episode, by the way, but it was just something that right in front of me, I was like, yes, you should be passionate about something. Like I said, I could have stopped this person and said, what is it with the frogs? And they may have just said, I love frogs. I've always loved frogs. That's the story. But I'm going to guess that it probably wasn't. They could probably tell me a lot about frogs, about mating habits of frogs, about frogs this, frogs here, frogs do this for the environment, just things that I don't know about that may or may not be interesting, but their passion about it might be interesting, or maybe not. So today's topic is going to be more about your character, controlling your character, because you cannot control your reputation. And this is very important to understand this. I've come across this in life, and I'm sure just about everybody on the planet has come across this, where you could be a good person, you could be a decent person, you could do for others, you could help people, you could try to make people laugh, you could try to, a lot of the things that I feel like I try to do, and there's always gonna be a hater, or several, or people who are against you, or people who don't like what you're saying or preaching or talking about, or stabbing you in the back, or your intentions could be all the way over here, and they're like, did you see that Scott guy? He's all about this. And it's like, what are you talking about? I'm way over here. That's not even what I was thinking. That wasn't even on my radar. So it's an important thing to understand. You control your character. That's all you control. You have zero control over your reputation. This is very important to understand. You could have 30 people sitting in a room, and you could be in the front of the room talking to people. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to people. However many people listen to this episode, that's how many reputations I have, because you all control my reputation. Some people might say I'm a good guy. Some people might say I'm an outstanding guy. Some people just say he talks too much. Some people might say he's full of it. Some people, whatever. You can't control. You have zero control over your reputation, but you have all control over your character. So choose to work on your character. Choose to let go of your reputation, because you have no control over it. Work on your character. Try to be a good person. Try to do what's right. I'm going to get, again, this has popped in my head. This is a very loose example. I was walking my dogs the other day, and I guess to get somewhat graphic, just because it is, one of them pooped. I pick up the dog poop, obviously with a bag. It wouldn't be fun without a bag. And it's not fun with a bag, but it can be less fun without a bag. So I pick it up, and then the other dog poops a little bit later. They happened to they pooped. I go to pick it up. Now, when you're trying to control two dogs, one of them's pulling. I'm trying to pick up the poop. One's pulling, and some of the poop combined and fell out of the bag into the lawn of a side of a house. No one saw me. It was early in the morning. It was a bit of a distance from my house, not very far away, but enough. And I'm telling you, at this point, the bag ripped. It was a mess. Now, luckily, I didn't get any on my hand because I use a bag strategically, so it was all good. But I got home, ripped bag. I discarded the poop that I was able to save, but I kept thinking that poop's in that yard. Now, on the way back, I said, I'm going back to get that poop. And moral of the story, there is a moral behind this story other than just picking up dog poop. Like I said, no one saw me. I could have just said, forget it. No one will see it. It's on the side of a house, side of a lawn. No one will know I even left it there. I couldn't do that. There is no way I could do that. You know why? Because I control my character. I wouldn't have been able to lay my head on my bed at night, on my pillow, knowing that I did that to somebody's yard, and that's not right. So yes, when we got back, I grabbed another bag. I walked all the way back to where the poop was. I picked it up. I got rid of it. That's character. That's controlling your character. That's integrity. So that's what you have control of. Now, let me give you an example. Let me create a fake scenario that I don't believe happened. But let's just say for some reason, some people saw me struggling with the dogs. They saw kind of the poop falling out of the bag. Now, someone may have said, that guy just left the poop there, not knowing that I went back and picked it up. But see, you can't control that part of it. You can only control your integrity, your character. I went back. I know I went back. I know I cleaned it up. That's what you should do. Now, I don't deserve an award. I don't deserve accolades for picking up my dog's poop. But the point is, do the right thing always, even when no one's looking, because someone's looking. All right, with that, my friends, do me a favor, share the show, text it out to a friend, share it to your social media. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, share it out. It does help the show. I'm really not promoting so much anymore. It's kind of just letting go of ego. If you feel this helped you, if you feel this could help someone, if you don't mind, send it out. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I still love you. Enjoy your life, and more importantly, enjoy the process.
Daddy, Daddy, you're so awesome. Daddy, Daddy, you're so cool.